Thank you for coming. Please take your seats. We're going to be starting shortly. This is the Darksydephil panel.
Wow, really?
If you're at the wrong panel, well, too bad. We already locked the door so you can't leave.
Huh? Oh my god.
All right, welcome everyone. Thanks for attending our panel today. I'm Phil Brunell, also known as Darksydephil on YouTube and in various gaming communities.
Oh, yeah, I think that's Darksydephil. He was the guy that got caught for masturbating in front of children.
It's the guy watching his Twitch.
Is that really him? Is he the one that got caught? Matt?
Yes!
And what we're going to talk about today is a little bit about my story, how pretty much inadvertently, over the past several years, I was able to turn my online hobby into
Begging for money.
and the trials and tribulations I've been through trying to do it. And then after that, what we're going to do is we're going to actually debut a project that we've been working on for quite some time. We're pretty excited about it, called Project 7.
I stole money and didn't do Project 7 again.
It's going to be a short little web mini-series. And after that, we're going to open up the panel to Q&A about anything, whether you want to ask me about what I talk about in the panel, any of my cohorts here along the panel, we'll introduce in a moment, about the things that they're doing, or anything like that. So before we start, I guess I should introduce. Next to me I have John Rambo, as many of you might recognize from my videos and also his channel, John Rambo Presents. That you're a gay boy, and that we're gonna make love to each other tonight.
How's it going, everybody?
We've got Howard.
How's it going? How's it going?
From Howard Showcases. We've got Andre from Respect the Pack. And we've got OJ, who you might see from Fresh OJ Some Pulp or John Rambo Presents the Show, the weekly podcast that they do.
I'm around.
Grew up in Connecticut. I grew up with games. I grew up in the 1990s with games like Street Fighter, Final Fantasy. I was heavily into going to arcades and playing games competitively. And even though it was always kind of my hobby, I never necessarily thought that it was ever going to turn into something else other than that. And right around the year 2000, I actually started getting a little bit more into the competitive Street Fighter scene, started traveling the country, playing games like Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
DSP, stop recording. No one gives a shit. Play. You can't hold up a tournament. One minute for DSP to report this match is disqualified.
Where am I playing? You still haven't told me. Jesus Christ, man. Treat you like your own. Want me to run the fucking tournament for you?
I actually attended the very first Evolution, which is the fighting game nationals, and I took it pretty seriously for a while, all through my college days and through my first several full-time jobs that I held as an adult. And then about 2007, after I was about 7 years, I said, you know what, I've been there, I've done that, I'm all around the country, and I'm a little burned out. I really don't feel like I want to be traveling around doing this anymore. I still like it, but it's not something I want to do in my life. And I started focusing on other things. Well, late in 2007, unfortunately, I was diagnosed with a pretty serious back injury. Yeah, it was a life-changing experience for me. I've had to adjust my life in some pretty serious ways, but the good thing about it was, I'm a gamer. I love video games, and video games aren't anything that are physically strenuous. Through early 2011, when we got this YouTube thing going, why not, what the hell? Let's really go into this full throttle. Let's start attacking this.
It started that day.
It started that day, and we played, what was it, Dead Rising 2?
Rising 2, a full playthrough.
Beat the entire game in one day, one sitting, co-op.
So it began.
And so it began. Pretty much from that point on, every major release that came out, every single one, I played from start to finish on my Darksydephil channel. And the day that I got laid off, I came home and I went to that partner channel that I had on YouTube, and I made a video log about it. And I gave my completely honest thoughts. Like, I'm blindsided, I don't know what I'm going to do with the rest of my life. There's no one hiring in my job sector right now. Like, I'm screwed. Unless I move, there's no one who's going to hire me. So what am I going to do? And so I kind of just buckled down and said, you know what? I'm going to stay positive. I'm not going to let this beat me. And I'm going to dedicate myself to something that I like doing. And there was an amazing, overwhelming response to that video. I got thousands of messages from people all over the world saying that is the kind of attitude that they need. It's a motivational attitude, and that's what people in this kind of economy really need right now, a positive attitude.
But please understand that I'm not toxic. I'm not.
And to say it this way, the way that the YouTube partnership program works, like I said, it's based off of video views, but it's also based off of ad clicks. A hell of a lot of people clicked my ads that month because of what happened.
You liar, you.
I'm good at lying.
I just want to say thanks a lot to everyone. I hope to entertain you in the future. Please go to my partner channel, The King of Hate HD, and click on the ads that show up on the videos there. Because hopefully, you know, fingers crossed, that actually starts giving me some money back for what I'm doing. I made a pretty big wad of cash, alright? Not to say that that's how that program's supposed to work, but, you know, people saw I lost my job, they felt bad, they clicked the ads. So I thought, wow, this is great. I just made a lot of money, and if this keeps up, I can do this as my full-time job. Well, in the middle of December, YouTube contacts me and says, well, Phil, we feel that those ad clicks that you got last month were invalid. You're kicked out of the program. Goodbye. Now I'm pissed. Now I'm getting pissed, okay? And one of the options was another website outside of YouTube called Bliptv. Zooming back to late 2010, I decided, all right, YouTube's kicked me out of their partnership program. Let me go to this new website called Bliptv and see what happens. So I did that for about a month and a half, and I got my first payment from them, and it was pretty good. And I said, wow, here's another website. This is pretty good. I can put ads on my videos. People can watch my videos, and I might be able to do this. I might actually maybe be able to make this work. Month and a half into that, I got kicked out of Bliptv. Want to know why? Because haters wrote Bliptv complaining that my content was insulting and racist and all kinds of ridiculous stuff. This is what happens when you let the Jews do whatever they want. You've let the Jews overrun space, and now look at this. Their greed has had the artifact turn everyone into necromorphs. So now I, the last remaining Nazi, must exterminate them. Hello, Jew.
I love Hitler.
For the safety of everyone and everything, I had to lie.
And they're so stupid, they actually went to my personal website and started bragging about kicking me off this website. So I contacted the Bliptv staff, and they were like, sorry, we've already put this in motion, there's nothing we can do.
I did nothing wrong. I did everything correct.
You're gone from Blip. And so now we're talking middle of January 2011. Again, I'm panicking. What the hell am I going to do?
Begging.
And then finally, I do have to say, thank God for Machinima. Machinima, if you don't know, is the #1 rated video game channel on YouTube. In 2011, they were the #1 rated channel on YouTube outside of those channels that are backed by major media like NBC or something like that. And they have what's called the Machinima Partnership Program. So what they do is they take a look at your channel on YouTube, and they see it, first of all, if it's gaming related, and then they see what kind of content you put out and if you get a decent amount of views. Now back then, early January, I probably had about 50,000, 60,000 subscribers, you know, and I was known on YouTube. It's just I wasn't ever affiliated with any of these companies, and I reached out to Machinima, and pretty amazing. They signed me to a partnership contract, and ever since then, it's been amazing.
But in 2017, you changed your whole structure again, and now it's the wrong thing to do, and you talk down to me. And I literally said, I feel like you've insulted me, and therefore, I'm going to be honest with you. I want you to escalate this issue to management. I don't care if it's your manager, if it's the CEO of the company, whoever it is, they need to be aware that this is an issue going on with YouTubers and people under your partnership program. And I want you to know that if you feel that this is how you're going to treat me as a partner, I don't want to be with you anymore. And I said that in black and white writing in this message to them. I don't want to be with you anymore. If you're going to mistreat me and talk down to me and not get me help and basically talk to me like a kid. Because this is my livelihood here. Understand, this is my livelihood. And I ended the message in this manner. I said, I do not want to hear from you again. I want to hear from management who are going to explain to me the situation of what is going on, all right? And that's that, okay? The next day, I got a message from Machinima saying, and it was from the same guy, so again, went against my wishes, we have decided to execute our right to end a partnership with you on all of your channels. Okay?